My child, I am speaking to you right now because this is not a joke, and the situation unfolding in the spirit realm is far more urgent than you realize. There is a specific person from your family, someone you know and love, who has only one day left before they cross a line that will be very hard to return from. You must open your heart to this message immediately if you want to save them. So please listen closely to my voice. Do not scroll past this, and do not let the distractions of the world pull your eyes away from this screen, because this is a divine appointment set for this very hour. I brought you here because someone in your family is standing on the edge of eternity, teetering on a precipice they cannot even see with their natural eyes. You only have 2 days to reach them in the spirit before the enemy's trap snaps shut, and this is your window of opportunity to intervene. I am asking you to watch this until the very end, because if you stop now, you will miss the one thing that could save their life and rescue their soul from the darkness surrounding them. I am warning you because I love you, and I love the person you are thinking of right now too much to let them fall without a fight. Someone very close to your heart is in danger, and I need you to understand that this is not just a physical danger that can be fixed with medicine or money. This is a spiritual danger, a life-threatening danger that targets their destiny and their peace, and it requires a spiritual solution. I gave you this word today because I looked at your heart, and I knew that you would care enough to listen when others are too busy. I knew you would care enough to act on their behalf, and I knew you would care enough to pray until the atmosphere shifts. They are not beyond hope, and their story is not over. But you must realize that they are standing in the last hours of mercy, and the time to act is right now. You do not see what I see because you are looking at the surface, but I see the invisible battles raging for their soul. You do not hear what I hear, but I hear the cries of the enemy whispering lies into their mind, telling them they are worthless and alone. I see the pain they are hiding from you, the deep ache they cover up with smiles and silence so that you will not worry. I see the decisions they are about to make. Decisions driven by desperation that could end everything they have worked for and destroy the future I planned for them. But you have the power right now to fight for them. You have the ability to step into the ring and push back the darkness. Yes, I am talking to you. I gave you the authority to pray, and I gave you the spiritual standing to make a difference. I gave you the voice to speak life where there is death, and I gave you the power to declare hope where there is despair. I gave you access to the throne room of heaven, a direct line to my presence, not just for your own needs, but for the ones you love who cannot pray for themselves. And now I am calling you to use it. I am calling you to pick up the mantle of intercession and stand guard over your family. Comment 111. If you believe I am speaking directly to you right now because the enemy wants you to ignore this feeling, he wants you to scroll past. He wants you to think this is too intense, too dramatic, or just a coincidence. But that is a lie. The enemy is only trying to distract you because he is scared. He knows exactly what will happen if you actually listen to my instruction today. He knows that if you pray right now, angels will be dispatched immediately from heaven to surround your loved one. He knows that if you lift up their name to me in faith, heaven will move, and the chains binding them will begin to break. He knows that you are not powerless, and he fears the authority that is dormant inside of you, waiting to be awakened. That is why he wants to distract you, numb you with entertainment, and silence your voice with doubt. But you are not blind to his tactics. You are not weak, and you are not here by accident. You are here because I placed this video in your path to wake you up. You were born for this kind of fight. You were created with the resilience and faith needed for this exact moment. I want you to remember that I am not a God who lies. When I speak, it is absolute truth. When I warn you of danger, it is always out of love to protect you and those you care about from harm. And when I call you to action, it is not to scare you or cause anxiety. It is to save a life. This message is not a curse or a prediction of doom. This is a call to rise up and change the narrative. I am giving you a divine assignment, a holy mission to intercede for your bloodline. Someone's life can change completely. Their entire trajectory can shift because of your obedience in the next 2 days. Do not say, "What can I do?" or look at your own limitations, because I have already filled your mouth with power. I have already equipped your hands for war, and I have placed my spirit deep within you. Greater is he who is in you than he who is in the world, and that power is ready to be released. I need you to be serious about this. I need you to be bold and put aside your fear. Speak their name aloud in your room right now, or wherever you are. Call their name out before me. Stand in the gap for them, and plead the blood of Jesus over their mind, over their body, and over their spirit. Every attack that has been sent against them is being exposed right now by the light of your prayer. Every dark force hiding in the shadows of their life is being shaken, because when the light comes in, the darkness must flee. You are the light carrier in your family. You are the vessel of intercession I am using in this hour. You are the one I chose to stand between life and death for them, to hold back the tide of destruction. You do not need to have perfect words or a theological degree. Just speak from your heart, because I hear it all. You do not need to be a preacher on a stage, and you do not need to be a prophet. You just need to care enough to open your mouth. You just need to believe that I hear you, and you just need to pray, because I still respond to prayer. I still move through faith, no matter how small, and I still raise dead things back to life. That family member is not beyond my reach, and they are not too far gone for my love to find them. I want you to know that I do not care how far they have gone, how lost they look to your natural eyes, or how cold they feel when you try to reach them. My hand is not too short to save them, and my arm is not too weak to pull them out of the pit they have fallen into. But I need you to move now, because the spiritual atmosphere around them is shifting, and delay is no longer an option. They are under attack in a way you have not fully seen yet, because the enemy has been careful to hide his tracks. The signs have been there right in front of you, but in the busyness of life you have overlooked them or explained them away as something else. You need to realize that the silence you have noticed from them lately was not peace. It was a desperate cry for help that they did not know how to vocalize. That sudden distance they placed between you and them was not a coincidence or a simple mood swing. It was strategic spiritual warfare designed to isolate them from your prayers. That vacant look you saw in their eyes was not just physical tiredness or stress from work. It was the manifestation of deep inner torment. I saw all of it. I felt every wave of their pain. And now I am revealing it to you so you can fight effectively. I am not asking you to save them by yourself, for you are human and your strength is limited. But I am asking you to partner with me in this rescue. I am the healer, I am the deliverer, and I am the only one who can restore a soul. But I choose to use people like you to tear down strongholds. I use your voice to build altars of protection in their name, and to declare victory where there is only defeat. Like this video right now, if you are determined that you will not let the enemy win this battle over their life. I will not let them go without a fight, and I am calling you to have that same relentless spirit. Neither should you let them go. Cry out to me with everything you have and lay their name at my feet as a holy offering. Speak life over them, even when they are surrounded by the appearance of death, and speak hope, even when they are drowning in despair. I have seen you cry over them in silence when you were alone, and I have watched you stay up at night worrying about their future. I have heard your whispered prayers when no one else did, the ones you were too afraid to speak out loud. And now I am telling you it was not in vain. I am moving. I am shifting the atmosphere, and I am fighting on their behalf. But I need your faith to activate what I am about to do. You feel like you have been praying for a long time, and nothing has changed. But what if I told you this specific moment was the one that finally tips the scale? What if I told you that your very next prayer will shake the foundation of their situation and break the stronghold? What if I told you that angels are standing by right now, waiting for the sound of your voice to release them into the battle? You were born for this exact mission, and I put my spirit in you for this specific time. I gave you that deep love for them not to break your heart, but to give you the fuel to break the chains that are trying to hold theirs. You will see victory. And I am not talking about just survival or a fleeting moment of peace. I mean real, lasting, miraculous turnaround that changes their trajectory forever. It will be the kind of miracle that no one else could explain except to say that God did it. But you must act now. Do not wait until tomorrow. Do not push this off, and do not say someone else will do it. You are the someone I have chosen. You are the voice I am listening for, and you are the prayer warrior they do not even know they have fighting for them. This is not a joke, and this is not a game. The stakes are eternal. This message is not meant to scare you into panic, but to awaken you to your purpose. You do not have time to hesitate because the clock is ticking. but my mercy is still running toward them. My angels are still guarding them. My spirit is still speaking to their heart, and I have not given up on them, just as I have not given up on you. Comment 222, if you trust that I can still turn it all around, regardless of how bad it looks. I am the God of the impossible. I raised Lazarus from the grave. I opened blind eyes, and I calmed the raging storm. I can, and I will rescue your loved one if you stand in agreement with me. They are not too far gone, and their time is not yet done if you respond to this prompt now. Call their name, pray without shame, cry if you need to, and yell if you have to. But just do not be silent. You cannot be silent, not now, not when they need you most, and not when eternity is knocking at their door. The battle over their life is raging, and I, the Lord your God, am calling on you to stand in the gap, not to more. Not when it is convenient for your schedule, but right now, because they do not have time to waste. I have chosen you to fight for them because I know your heart. This is not a warning I give lightly. I am the Alpha and the Omega. I see the end from the beginning, and I am telling you that without your prayer something irreversible could happen. But do not be afraid, because this fear is not from me. I am not asking you to carry this heavy burden alone. I am asking you to stand in faith so I can carry it with you. You have more power in your words than you realize. Your prayer is not small, and your cry is not weak. It moves heaven, it breaks chains, and right now that is exactly what is needed. Comment 333 to declare your faith in what I am about to do in their life. The one you are thinking about right now, the face that appeared in your mind, that is them. The one whose name flashed through your heart as soon as you read this, that is the person this is for. You know who they are. You have seen the changes. Maybe they have pulled away or stopped talking to you. Maybe their smile is not reaching their eyes anymore, and you can sense the light fading. I see what you cannot see. I see what they are hiding from you, and even from themselves. I see the pain, the confusion, and the danger they are in, and I need you to be the one who does not stay silent while they suffer. You do not need all the answers to be effective, and you do not need a title or a stage. You just need to care enough to believe that your prayer still has weight, because it does. When you speak, demons tremble. When you call on my name, darkness starts to shake. When you declare my word over your loved ones, every curse and lie the enemy has spoken over them begins to fall apart. I did not bring you this far to fail, and I did not wake your spirit for no reason. You were born for this. I knew this moment would come, and I knew I could trust you with it. Do not underestimate what I am doing through this moment. Even now I am surrounding them. My angels are covering them, and my spirit is near them. But your words are a key. You unlock protection when you pray, you open up grace when you speak, and you build a wall of fire around them when you cover them in intercession. The next 48 hours matter more than you know. The decisions they make, the voices they hear, the things they are tempted by. Your prayers will stand between them and destruction. If you could see what I am doing behind the scenes right now, you would never doubt again, for I am shifting things in ways your eyes cannot yet perceive. I am canceling attacks that were plotted against them in the dark, and I am touching their heart even as they sleep, preparing them for awakening they do not even know they need. But you must understand that your voice fuels this fight. Your obedience activates the rescue mission I have launched. You may feel powerless in your flesh, but in the spirit, you are holding something more powerful than you can imagine. The authority I gave you in my name. I want you to speak life over them right now. Do not speak fear. Do not speak doubt. And do not speak what you see with your natural eyes. Speak healing, speak protection, and speak with the confidence of someone who knows I am listening, because I know you have cried over this situation. And I know you have felt helpless watching someone you love slip away into depression, addiction, distance, confusion, or sin. I know you have felt like no one else understood how deeply you hurt watching them go through this struggle. But I have seen every tear you have shed. I have counted every single one, and I promise you that not a single tear was wasted. I heard you when you whispered in the dark. I felt your ache, and that is why I am here right now to let you know it is not too late. But you must act. You must pray like everything depends on it, because in these next 2 days it truly does. Comment 555 if you believe I can do the impossible, because there is immense power in unity. Do not pray alone, share this word, call a friend who believes, and get others to agree with you in faith. Where two or more gather in my name, I am there, and I will move, I will heal, and I will restore. And if this ministry has been a blessing to you, and you feel led to help us continue bringing messages of faith, prayer, and hope to people who desperately need them, you can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment below. There is absolutely no pressure. Give only if you feel it in your heart. Your support helps us continue creating these messages and reaching more people who need encouragement, prayer, and a reminder that they are not alone. You must believe. And you must stop letting fear make your decisions, or letting delay steal your chance to intervene in this holy moment. If you step into this with faith, you will see a miracle unfold before your eyes. You have seen miracles in the Bible and thought they were just stories of the past, but I am still the same God today. I still raise the dead things to life. I still part the sea when there is no way through. And I still shut the mouths of lions. I still walk in the fire with my people, and I will step into this specific situation if you let me. You may think they are too far gone, or that their heart is too hard to be reached. But I hold every heart in my hand. I know how to reach them, and I know how to soften them. I know how to interrupt their darkness with my light, and I will do it. But your prayer gives me the invitation to enter. Your authority is real. Your words are spiritual weapons, and you are not helpless. You are not watching from the sidelines. You are in the battle whether you like it or not, but you do not have to lose this fight. You do not have to be afraid, and you do not have to give up, because I fight with you. I go before you, for I am the Lord of hosts. When I rise to defend one of my own, no enemy can stand against me, and no plan of hell can succeed. No curse can stick, no chain can remain, for I am moving now. So rise up, child, and speak, pray, and declare. Do not just think about it. Do it. Walk around your house and call their name out loud. Open your Bible and read promises over them. Fast for them if you are able, and intercede with all your heart for the next 2 days. Make them your mission, and do not worry about anything else. For this is the call I am giving you right now. This is the battle you were made to win, even if they do not even know how close they are to the edge. I am showing you this reality because I trust you to help pull them back. The same way I sent prophets in the old days, I have sent this word to you as a divine alert, and just like those who listened saved nations, your obedience today could change the entire direction of someone's life. You have no idea how many generations will be touched if you respond to this call. You are not just saving one person. You are saving a legacy and tearing down strongholds that have lasted for decades. You are ending cycles that have passed through bloodlines, stopping what the enemy meant for destruction, and turning it into deliverance. I did not give you this word to burden you. I gave it to you because I knew you could handle it. I knew your heart would care. I knew your soul would listen. And I knew your spirit would rise to the occasion. There is a reason you were the one who heard this, and not someone else in your family. You were appointed for this. I placed a mantle on your shoulders, not to break you, but to call you into authority. You may not feel ready, but I am with you. And when I am with you, you are more than ready. You are equipped and anointed for this. Comment 777 to stand in full faith that heaven is working through you right now. Let us not pretend this does not feel heavy, because it does. And that is okay. What is happening is spiritual. The enemy wants to isolate you in this moment and make you feel like it is too much to carry. But let me remind why. The same spirit that raised Jesus from the dead lives in you. You are not carrying this alone. I am lifting you. I am breathing through you. And you have backup. All of heaven is standing at attention, ready to move at the sound of your voice. You just need to speak, and you just need to act. Because while they do not see it coming, you do. And that is why this matters so much. The attacks have been quiet, subtle, and hidden behind smiles, laughter, and silence. But underneath there has been a spiritual assault brewing, growing, pressing in, and getting closer. And now in the final hours, it is your prayer that will hold the line and your voice that will push it back. Do not ye let numbness or routine stop you now, and do not let distractions steal your attention. Stay awake and stay engaged. They are depending on you, even if they do not know it yet. You might feel like your prayers have not worked before. But I want you to understand something very clearly. Every single one of your prayers has been stored. I never ignored them, and I never tossed them aside. They are incense before my throne, and when the time is right, they pour out like fire and light. This is that time. The lid is being lifted, and the heavens are responding to your cry. You may not see the answer yet, but the breakthrough has already started in the unseen realm. You are worried because they seem so far away from me, but I am closer to them than you know. I have been speaking in their dreams. I have been stirring up their thoughts, and I have been placing signs in front of them over and over again. They might not understand it yet, but my hand has not left them, even in their rebellion, even in their pain, even in their silence. I have not walked away from them, but now I want to do more than surround them. I want to rescue them, and your prayer is the key. They need your voice to break the atmosphere. They need you to pray things they cannot pray for themselves, and to believe in a future they cannot see. They need you to remember who I am when they have forgotten. I have never changed. I am still the healer. I am still the restorer, and I am still the deliverer. What I did for the blind, for the broken-hearted, and for the lost, I will do again for them. This is not ancient history. This is right now. Comment 999. If you trust that I am already surrounding them with my presence, do you want to know why the enemy has been fighting you so hard lately? Why you felt tired and anxious? It is because of this exact moment. He knows what happens when a child of God wakes up. He knows what shakes the kingdom of darkness: your prayer, your praise, your boldness, and your refusal to give up. He tried to exhaust you before you got here, but you made it anyway. You showed up, and you are still here. And because you are here, his grip is slipping, and the victory is beginning to form. You are not just someone in their life. You are the intercessor, and the wall standing between them and danger. You are the warrior made for this, born to rise in moments like this, carrying my spirit and fire inside you. Think about every memory, every laugh, and every tear you have cried for them, and let that love fuel your fight right now. You are not helpless because every tear you have cried is sacred to me. I have collected them, and I promise they will not be wasted. Lift their name again, and break the silence with power. Because chains are breaking, and demons are backing off as you speak. There is still time, but the clock is racing. And these next 2 days are a battleground for the soul you love. Spiritual battles rarely make announcements with sirens. They move quietly and slowly, but I see the build-up and the weight pressing down on your loved one. I am alerting you, now because later might be too late. And this is mercy dressed as urgency. Comet 1010. If you are choosing to act in faith and not delay, for their life is reaching a tipping point. You might think you are not the right person, but I chose you because you have the heart that listens, and the spirit that moves when I speak. They might be pretending everything is fine, laughing with friends, but I see the fear they carry when the lights are off and the lies whispered in their mind. Be the one who stands in the gap, lifting their name when no one else does. For this is what it means to love like Christ. You are not alone in this fight. I am moving with you. And when I move, nothing stays the same. Do not measure your impact by their immediate response, because sometimes the people you fight hardest for show the least change at first. The chains are deep, and the wounds are layered. But I heal in steps, peeling back what is buried and touching what has been hidden. Remember the prodigal son? When he turned back even slightly, the father did not wait in anger. He ran in mercy. That is exactly what I am doing for your loved one. I am already preparing the robe and the celebration, but you must pray them back into my arms. Do not let the enemy whisper that it is too quiet, or that nothing is changing. Silence him with praise. Some of my greatest miracles begin in silence, and some of my strongest works happen in the stillness. The atmosphere around your home is already shifting, and the heaviness is lifting, because faith is rising, and you have not let go. You will see the day they walk free. You will hear them say, "I feel different," and you will witness the power of a God who rescues in the darkest hour. You are closer to the breakthrough than you realize, and this will be a testimony of how prayer broke chains and love broke through walls. There is something happening that you cannot fully see right now, but in the spirit, it is like a storm is starting to break apart. What once looked thick and unmoving is beginning to split open, and a light is piercing through. Your prayers have pushed through the thickest part of the battle, so do not stop now. You have already broken the surface. You may not hear the chains fall yet, but they are. You may not see them change their mind yet, but they are being pulled by grace. You have done more in these hours than you realize, changing atmospheres and blocking plans of destruction. You stood between the enemy and someone too weak to fight for themselves, and that is what love looks like. My child, I need you to stop everything you are doing right now and listen to my voice, because I am trying to save you from a big accident that you do not see coming. Please do not skip me. And do not scroll past this moment, because this is not just another random video or a coincidence in your day. This is a divine interruption meant to shake your soul awake before it is too late. I am the Lord your God, and I am speaking to you directly because your path is in immediate danger. And if you keep walking blindly, you are going to step into a storm you do not see. There is a trap laid before you that you have not noticed, a hidden snare that the enemy has set to catch your foot, and I am trying to pull you away from something that could cost you deeply. If you skip this, you will miss the one voice that is trying to keep you alive, protect you and cover you from the plans of the enemy. You are not watching this by accident. The algorithm did not bring you here. I did. I led you here because I needed to arrest your attention. I stirred your spirit to pause here because your next steps matter more than you realize. And one wrong move right now could alter the course of your destiny. I see what is coming down the road, and I know exactly what has been planned against you in the secret places of darkness. But I, the Almighty God, have placed my hand over your life to stop what was meant to destroy you. You might be tired, you might be distracted by the noise of the world, or you might be confused by the chaos around you. But hear this clearly. I am doing everything I can to pull you out of harm's way. You need to understand that not everything that looks normal in your life right now is safe. Not everything that seems fine is actually blessed. There is something bigger moving around you. A spiritual shifting that requires your discernment. What you do not know is that there has been a spiritual assignment planned to bring chaos into your life. A deliberate attack intended to steal your peace. The enemy has tried to hide it behind distractions, behind temptations, and even behind people who seem trustworthy to your face. But I see the heart. I see beyond the surface. And I will not stay silent when my child is walking near danger. That sudden urge you had to stop scrolling to read, this was not your own curiosity. Do not brush it off. That was me. I tapped your spirit, and I knocked on your heart because I am calling you into safety before something hits you that you did not even see coming. I am not trying to scare you with this message. I am trying to save you. There is a difference between fear and warning, and my love does not manipulate. My love protects. When I say there is an accident coming, I do not just mean a physical crash in the physical world. It could be a spiritual collapse, a heartbreak that would scar your soul for years, or a mistake that would leave you with deep regret. You have been ignoring some of the signs, have not you? You have felt uneasy recently, a strange heaviness that you could not explain. You have had moments where your heart did not feel settled, where you felt a check in your spirit. That is not random anxiety. That is me speaking gently to you, trying to get you to look up. Now I am speaking louder because the time is short. I want you to take a moment right now and acknowledge my presence. Comment 11:11. If you believe I am trying to reach you right now, by doing this you are signaling that you are listening. You are precious to me. You may not feel it every day, and you may even doubt it when the days are hard. But I knit you together in your mother's womb. I have counted every hair on your head, and I have written your name in the palm of my hand. I do not warn just anyone. I protect my chosen ones, and that is exactly who you are. That is why I am reaching for you right now, disrupting your day to speak life into you. This is not a message of fear. This is a message of mercy. Mercy is me stopping you now before the pain comes. Mercy is me holding the line of defense before you fall off the edge. Mercy is me whispering to you, wait, turn around. Let me handle this. You have been trying to figure too much out on your own, carrying burdens that are too heavy for you. You have been relying on your own strength and ignoring my voice. But I have still been near you, even when you were not listening. I have still been covering you while you slept. I have sent angels to shield you when you were unaware of the dangers hovering over you. Think about that car that almost hit you, or that opportunity that did not work out, or that relationship that suddenly ended without closure. You thought it was all random bad luck, but it was not. I blocked it. I removed it from your path. I allowed the delay because destruction was tied to that door. And if you had walked through it, you would have been hurt. Trust me, even when I do not explain everything right away. Sometimes the only reason the trap did not work was because I stepped in. Sometimes the only reason the sickness did not spread, the betrayal did not reach you, or the loss did not happen, was because I said no. And now I am saying no again. I am saying, my child, do not go there. Do not entertain that person again who drained your spirit. Do not say yes to that deal that looks good on the outside, but is rotten on the inside. Do not return to what I have already rescued you from. I love you enough to interrupt your comfort and shake your foundation. I love you enough to say this may hurt now, but it will heal you later. You have been asking me to move, begging for answers, and here I am. I am the answer. I am the voice in the storm, and I am the light in the confusion. I am the one standing between you and the pain that is being planned against you. I did not bring you this far to let you fall now. I did not raise you through every storm just to let one moment take you out. You are too valuable to me, and you carry too much purpose for me to let you be destroyed. Heaven has invested too much in you for me to stay silent now. This is your moment to pause and return to me, to come back to the quiet place where you can hear me. Let me speak clearly again. Lay down what you have been clinging to so tightly and trust that I can see beyond your limited view. I am the Alpha and the Omega. I go before you and I stand behind you. No weapon formed against you will prosper when you stay under my covering. But you must stay. Do not drift away. Do not compromise your values, and do not listen to the voices that pull you away from mine. I am not trying to control you. I am trying to carry you through this. You are not crazy for feeling what you have been feeling lately. The weight, the pressure, the inner conflict. It has all been part of the spiritual battle over your next season. You are about to step into something I have prepared, but you cannot take the wrong things or people with you. That is why I am pressing this on your heart right now, because I know what you do not. I see what is waiting down that road, and I am telling you, it is not for you. I want to give you peace, not pain, joy, not heartbreak, destiny, not detours. Do not let the enemy twist this moment or convince you that this message is nothing, for he will try to lie. Spur that you can simply ignore this and scroll away. That is a lie designed to keep you vulnerable, because the enemy is actually terrified that you will listen to what I am saying right now. He knows that if you truly hear my voice and heed this warning, the accident he planned for you will be stopped in its tracks, and his scheme will fail. If you listen, the very trap he set to ensnare you will be turned into your testimony of deliverance. If you obey my voice, even in this moment, you will step over what was meant to break you and walk right into the victory I have been preparing for you. You need to realize that you are not forsaken. You are being rescued, and you have come too far in your journey to fall now. You have grown too much and survived too many battles to slip back into what you once were. And I am certainly not done with you yet. The very reason I am sending this warning is that you are standing on the edge of something new, a breakthrough, a miracle, and a blessing that will shift your entire life. You must understand the timing of this attack. The enemy always attacks the hardest right before the elevation. That is exactly why the pressure feels heavier than usual, and why the confusion has increased in recent days. It explains why certain people have suddenly pulled away from you, or started acting strange without any logical reason. It is not really them doing it. It is the battle in the spirit realm that is manifesting in your relationships. I am stepping in to guard you because I see the spiritual war for your peace, your future, and your mind. I want you to make a declaration of faith right now. Comment 222. If you trust that I am covering you even now, for I know the tears you have cried in private when you thought no one was watching. I know the fears you have not told anyone about. The deep anxieties that keep you up at night. I know the it you carry, and the prayers you have whispered when no one was around to hear you. I heard them all. I caught every single tear, and I have answered right here, right now. Do not miss this divine appointment or brush this off as a coincidence. I am not here to entertain you with words. I am here to rescue you. I am here to protect you from something that could leave a permanent mark on your soul. Let me lead you and shield you from what you cannot even see with your natural eyes. There is something ahead of you that looks good, feels tempting, and seems right. But I am telling you it is not from me. It is a distraction, a setup, and a counterfeit designed to look like a blessing. If you lean into it, it will lead you away from the covering I have placed over your life. That is why I am reaching out again, and why I stirred your heart to pause here. You have been sensing something off lately, have not you? You have felt like you are about to walk into something unfamiliar and unsettling. That feeling is me pulling on your heart, trying desperately to get your attention before you make a move. I love you too much to let you walk straight into what is meant to hurt you. Even if you do not fully understand what I am protecting you from right now, trust that I do. Comment 333 to declare your faith if you believe I am guiding your steps right now. I know there has been a delay in your life, and I know it has made you restless. You have been waiting for change, for a breakthrough, and for clarity. And the waiting has made you question if I even see you. But you must understand that the delay has been my mercy toward you. I did not withhold anything to punish you. I paused the process because I saw dangers that you did not see. If I had released that job, that relationship, or that opportunity when you asked for it, it would have tied you to something I was actually trying to free you from. You would have walked into a snare wrapped in the appearance of a blessing. You would have settled for a door the enemy opened to trap you instead of waiting for the one I am unlocking for your freedom. And now I am telling you again to be still and not to rush. Let me lead you. For you have cried out for answers, and this message is one of them. I have been testing your trust, not because I doubt you, but because I want to deepen your faith. I want you to know what it feels like to stand on my word even when nothing around you makes sense. That is when your roots grow stronger, and when your spirit learns how to hear me clearly. You need to hear me not just when I speak blessings, but when I speak warnings. You need to trust me not just when I open doors, but when I close them too. My silence is not absence, it is protection. My delay is not denial, it is divine redirection. There is a place I am taking you, but it cannot be rushed. It is not a quick fix, it is a prepared place, and preparation takes time. You would not want a half-built blessing or a rushed miracle that crumbles in your hands. So I have been building it, and while I am doing that, I have also been building you. I have been strengthening your discernment, shaping your heart, and sharpening your focus. Because when the blessing finally comes, you will need to be ready to carry it, not just receive it. You will need to protect it, guard it, and nurture it. That is what I have been doing while you have been waiting. There is a battle you did not see coming, but I have already stepped onto the battlefield and drawn the line. What the enemy tried to use to break you, I am turning it around. What he hoped would destroy your faith is going to end up deepening it. The very thing that was meant to take you down is going to push you into your purpose. But you must stay under my covering and stay close to me. If you step out, if you let the wrong people in, or if you rush into what looks good but is not blessed, you will walk right into a collision I have been trying to prevent. Comment 555. If you know I am standing between you and what was meant to harm you. I know it has been hard to understand lately, and you have been asking why things ended, or why people left. But what if the thing you were grieving over was the very thing I saved you from? What if that delay was me blocking a future heartbreak? What if the closed door was a locked gate protecting you from a place where your peace would have been stolen? My protection does not always look like what you want, but it is always what you need. I have watched the moments when you almost gave up. The moments when you thought no one noticed your efforts, and you felt completely invisible. You have given and given until you felt empty, staying faithful, even when you felt forgotten by everyone around you. But I need you to know that I saw you every single time. Not one seed of faith you planted has gone unseen, and not one tear you cried has fallen without my notice. You are not overlooked, you are not alone, and you are certainly not unloved. You are mine. I chose you. And I have been covering you this whole time. That covering is the only reason you have not been consumed by the collision that would have shifted your path off course. You may not see the full picture yet, But that is exactly where trust is born. You must understand that some of the things you have been battling lately are not just emotional or physical. They are deeply spiritual. That sudden heaviness, that paralyzing fear, and that cloud of confusion are not just in your mind. There is a spiritual war for your peace, your future, and your sanity. And I have been fighting for you in the unseen realm. Every time you felt peace or return, after a long night of anxiety, that was me. Every time you felt a surge of strength come out of nowhere, that was me. And every time the thought of quitting was overwhelmed by a small spark of hope, that was me. I have been here the whole time, even when you did not feel it, and there is still so much more I want to give you. More healing, more clarity, and more joy. But to receive what is coming, you must let go of what I have asked you to release. You cannot carry old weights into a new season, and you cannot hold on to familiar pain and expect to receive fresh peace. I know how hard it is to let go. I know you love them, and I know you dreamed about how things would go. But I know the full story. I see what would have happened if you continued down that road. And I am not going to let you walk into harm when I have something better waiting for you. You are not being punished, my child. You are being preserved. This is your rescue and your warning. Comment 777. If you believe I am still protecting you from what you did not even know was a threat. You have felt the shift lately, the unease, the heaviness, the sense that something is not quite right, and that is not your imagination or you overthinking. That is your spirit responding to what I have been trying to show you. I have been whispering through your restlessness and guiding you with discomfort. Because sometimes I have to disturb your peace to protect your purpose. If I had let you stay where you were, you would have settled into something that was slowly draining you. And I love you too much to let you sink quietly into a place I never called you to. There are people you have trusted who do not carry good intentions, and there are decisions you have considered that are not aligned with the future I have planned for you. You have been asking why this feels so hard, and it is because there is a war over your future. The enemy sees what is ahead. He sees the potential and the blessing you carry, and he is trying to wear you down before you reach it. That is why the pressure has intensified, and why confusion has crept in where clarity used to be. But I am not the author of confusion. I am the God of peace. I am calling you back to my voice because you have started questioning if you heard me right, wondering if maybe you made a mistake. I have not changed my mind about you. I have not withdrawn my promise, and I have not canceled your calling. What I have spoken still stands. But in this moment you have a choice. Trust my warning, or walk into something that will delay what I am preparing for you. The enemy wants to convince you that I am holding back from you, just like he lied to Eve in the beginning, wanting you to believe you are missing out. But the truth is, you are being set apart. Comment 999. If you know I have set you apart for more, I did not choose you for a small life, and I did not call you to blend in. That is why you have always felt a little different, and why you could not stay comfortable in places where others seemed content. You were never meant to live by the standards of this world. You were meant to carry heaven's presence into the middle of it. With that calling comes greater responsibility. And part of that is learning to listen when I say not that way. Part of that is trusting me when I say that connection is not for you. That choice is not safe. And that road leads to pain. I know what you want. I know what your heart longs for. And I am not blind to it. But I want more for you than you want for yourself. You want temporary relief, but I want eternal restoration. You want something quick, but I want something lasting. You want something familiar, but I want something sacred. That is why I am asking you to trust me even when it hurts, to believe me even when I am silent, and to follow me even when the path is not clear. What I am saving you from is not just pain, it is from a future that would have stolen your peace, drained your joy, and pulled you further from my presence. You have been faithful in ways no one saw, obeying when it was hard, and staying when it would have been easier to run, and I honor that. I see your heart and your obedience, and I am not just the God who sees. I am the God who rewards. You have not missed your moment or your miracle. You are right on time because I hold time. I am telling you now, not to scare you, but to secure you. Do not ignore this moment. I am your protector, your shield, and your covering. I do not just heal, I prevent, I block, and I guard. That near miss, that plan that did not work out, that rejection you cried over. It was not punishment. It was protection. You were upset when the door closed. But I was celebrating in heaven because I knew what you did not. I knew what would have happened. Had it worked, I knew the weight it would have brought. And I knew the consequences. So I stepped in and shut it down, and I am doing it again. One day you will look back and thank me, realizing this was love. You have been trying to hold it all together, but this is the moment to release it. You do not have to carry the pressure anymore, or figure it all out. Let me take it, let me lift it, and let me breathe into your spirit again. I am not distant or disappointed. I am nearer than you know, whispering to awaken you, and remind you that you are still mine, chosen, protected, and called. No matter what you have done, you cannot out-sin my grace, or outrun my love. Comment 10:10 if you know I have removed things for your protection, not your punishment. You have been standing at a crossroads where one road seems easy and familiar, and the other feels uncertain and uncomfortable. But hear me. I am not in the place of comfort when it leads to compromise. And I am not in the easy path when it pulls you away from me. I am in the stretching, the growing, and the road where you must depend on me. Real peace does not come from avoiding hardship. Real peace comes from knowing I am with you in the fire. That restless feeling you have had lately is not coincidence. It is my spirit alerting yours, because where you are right now is not where I want to leave you. If I allowed you to feel comfortable, you would stay in places that cannot carry your future. I have been shaking things up to wake you up, to remind you that your future is worth fighting for. I have closed certain doors because I heard conversations you did not, removed people because I saw motives you could not, and disrupted your plans because I knew they would lead to destruction. It does not always feel like a blessing, but trust me, it is. I am saving you from the accident you did not see, and protecting you from pain that would have crushed your spirit. I am fully, completely, and passionately for you. The enemy knows your season is shifting, and he is doing everything to distract you, but I have already gone ahead of him. I have already placed angels around you and given you victory before the battle even began. You were never meant to do this alone, and I never asked you to carry this heavy load by yourself. Give the weight to me because I am your refuge, your defender, and your strength. I do not get tired, and my arms do not weaken under the weight of your struggle. I can carry what you cannot, fix what you have given up on, and restore what looks broken beyond repair. Right now, I am speaking to your weary soul and telling you to rest. You do not need all the answers. You just need to trust the one who does. I am already in your tomorrow, working on your behalf. Shifting the situation you are worrying about and rewriting the outcome you have been afraid of. There is a fresh wind coming into your life, a new beginning, but understand that with it comes separation. There are things that cannot go with you into the next season, so let them fall away and do not cling to what I have asked you to release. You may not understand it now, but one day you will see how every single closed door was actually my mercy in action. Every no was a redirection. Every delay was divine protection, and every loss was a setup for greater gain. You are not being left behind. You are being pulled ahead. Even when you feel like you are standing still, I am working behind the scenes, and you are being still because I am fighting for you. The enemy is terrified of what is about to come together in your life, which is why this is your time to lean into me like never before. Do not rely on old habits or human voices. Lean on my word and my spirit. For that is where the breakthrough begins. Even when you ran, I followed. Even when you fell, I caught you. I have never stopped loving you. And I have never changed my mind about you because my promises are still alive. You are at the beginning of something holy, and I am calling you closer because I want to do something in your life that no one else will understand. It will not make sense to others, but it will be undeniable because when I move, everything changes. Remember the three in the furnace? They were not alone, and the fire did not burn them because I stepped in with them. That is exactly what I am doing for you right now. The heat around you may be rising, but it will not consume you. I am not just preparing a blessing. I am preparing you to handle it. You have asked, how long will I wait? But the work I do in you is just as important as the work I do around you. I am healing your heart and training your spirit to walk by faith, so that when the blessing arrives, you will carry it with wisdom and grace. Do not despise the quiet seasons or curse the silence, for I am closer in the stillness than you realize, often doing my greatest work in the hidden places. I am about to open a door no one can shut, but I need your heart in alignment. You are not just surviving, you are being transformed, and what felt like a breaking was actually a birthing. The accident the enemy planned will not touch you, and the breakdown he hoped for will not happen because you chose to trust me. You are standing at the edge of something that will change everything, but you must listen and let go of what is not mine. I am saving you from a crash you do not see coming, stabilizing you before it hits, and putting a divine pause in your path so you do not walk into the wrong place. I am turning the pages of your story, and the next chapter will carry my fingerprints all over it. And before you go, if these messages have helped you pray, believe, or hold on during a difficult season, I invite you to support this ministry through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Your gift, no matter the size, helps us continue sharing messages like this with people who may be praying for hope tonight. Thank you for helping us keep this message of faith moving forward. If you receive this message and you are ready to walk into this victory, I want you to take one final step. Click the subscribe button right now so you do not miss the next guide I have for you.